Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Big Brigade. Hope everybody's had a good Saturday. I've had a pretty decent day. Sorry, I'm gonna move y'all around a little bit. This is a floor tripod, so it goes way up or way down. It's got little adjustments on it. So anyhow, thirsty already. Go figure. I am steeping some tea. My stomach's been kind of on the fritz. I'm steeping Bigelow Benefits calm stomach ginger peach, and well, it's got peppermint in it too. But y'all have seen this. I've had this on the channel with me before, but in case some of y'all are new and hadn't seen it, that's what I'm having. I got it off Amazon. It was really like less than $3 for the box, and so it's over here steeping my good buddy Alexa. Yeah, you heard that right. There's a timer going to let me know when my 4 minutes is up. Cause I don't keep track of that stuff very well. But let's go over our seashell of the day, our advent. It is this lovely seashell, and I will pull it out of its little origami bag. This one's got a very unique shape to it. It's very pretty. This one's called a strawberry trocus. Trochus. And speak of the devil. It's now been 4 minutes, and I had CSI New York paused. I've been watching. I'm on season 3, episode 23. Anyway, so this is what this beautiful thing looks like, and I'll read us what it says here. A small to medium-sized seashell with a conical shape and spiral ridges. The shell has a reddish brown or brown color resembling a strawberry. It is a herbivorous species that grazes on algae and something using its specialized feeding structure called a radula. Anyway, I see the little strawberry coloredness to it right in here. It's actually quite beautiful. And so you got the little creature that was in there. Yep, quite beautiful. Let's see. Put it back in its little bag here. Put it over there on the desk so I can put it with the rest of them that I've already read to y'all. Add a little honey to my tea, since honey doesn't seem to bother me. But I did shower and do my hair and get out of the house today. I went out to Michael's. I hit Joanne's last week, well, earlier in the week, so Michael's had this little sweet deal going on. I got to get that tea bag out of there. Let me get my paper towel here. There we go. And of course, there's honey on the outside of the bottle, so my hands will now be sticky a little bit. And that'll do that. But there was a steal of a deal to be had at Michael's. And they had some cakes that I didn't have. Well, I didn't have the colors. The colors of these particular. I'm going to use a little bit of what's left in this water bottle to rinse my hands, rather than going to the kitchen and putting y'all on pause, which I don't want to do. So we'll just use some water. It'll be fine. I got some paper towel right here. They clean up after myself. harm, no foul. But they had this deal going. Of course, they had the buy one, get one 50% off. And then there was also, on top of that, you could get 25% off of that. And then I had a $5 voucher. So when all was said and done, I got 6 cakes and only paid $42. My receipt said I saved $39. So let me show you what I got. This is kind of goes against my normal colors. I had sent 2 of these. I had bought early, well, was it like late last month? Yeah, late last month, around Black Friday. I had bought 3 of these when they had buy 2 get 1 free. I had bought 3 of these for Amy's box. And I know she thought that I pulled them from stash and sent to her, but no, I bought them specifically for her. But this color is called Blossom and Blossoms, and this is Kieran Blossom Cake in this color. And if you hadn't had this before, I'll go over the specs with you. It's 61% cotton, 39% acrylic, 8 ounces, 227 grams, 481 yards, 440 meters. Recommends it. It is a 4-weight yarn, and it says 5mm knitting needle and 5mm crochet hook. Now I'd have a sweater made out of the color macaw, and I used a 6mm on that. It worked just fine. This has a chain construction. It's chain spun, and it's really for, I would say, sweaters or blankets. It does, yes, have a high cotton content, but it's really, it's warmer than you think it is. It's warmer than you think it is, and it has a bit of a halo, especially the more you rub your hand over it or whatever, it does fuzz up a bit. So just beware of that if you're not into that type thing. But I happen to love the yarn. I happen to love this this particular yarn. It works up real good, and it's fun to work with. The transition of the colors and the way it works up is just really beautiful. So I really enjoy. I have this in 2 other colors. I have the Caribbean color, and I have more of the macaw color. The Caribbean color, of course, is turquoise. and I had gotten, I think when I originally bought the Caribbean color, I think I just kind of collected those for a while, and I had ended up with 6. And then I made a shirt for Crystal, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, for her birthday earlier this year. And but I had just kind of been waiting to make myself something with it, or if I'm going to make myself something out of it, it'd probably be a cardigan or something like that. I hadn't really decided, but I have 4 over there, and then I have 4 of the more of the macaw. But I have 2 of these, and I had also got 4 of this other color. This is called Tide Pool, and isn't that beautiful? Now, I sent Eva a picture of these 2 cakes side by side and asked her which one she liked best. She picked this one, which shocked me. I thought she would pick the one with the purple and the pink, but no, she picked this one. I said, well, it's a good thing I got, good thing I got so many of them, huh? And I got 4 of these, so she'll have 2 and I'll have 2. So I'll be having to pair mine with something else if I make myself something, because 2 of these will go in Eva's box. Because that's one of the reasons why I bought what I bought today, is to add to her box. And if you hadn't had a chance to, Amy with Hooked on Wishing did a video on top of her Advent video. She did a video showing the things that I sent her in her box. She didn't, of course, her children and them have, you know, run off to their corners with the stuff that I included for them. But she did show off the stuff that I gave her. So let's get a sip of this tea. Oh, surely it's cooled off enough. Although my new electric kettle makes the water hot. No, this needs to be cooled off a little bit more. It's good though. But yeah, 6 cakes for 42 bucks. That was a steal of a deal, as one would say. Steal of a deal. And this shirt that I'm wearing, and y'all might have seen a picture of me and the boys that I took earlier. This little tripod come with a clicker that I can Bluetooth to my phone, so that I can click it and not have to push the button. And I can set it to pictures, or I can set it to video, and it lets me take pictures without having to, push the button. So when Eva asked for pictures of me and the boys together, I went in there to the living room, and there's a painting on the wall in there. There's only one thing on the wall, and it was a painting that was given to me as a gift. I think it was like in 2008. And so big sunflower painting on a red background. And so we just stood in front of that, and I took some pictures with my clicker and my tall tripod. So they cost me all of 20 bucks off of Amazon. Shop smarter, not harder. And I did work a little bit on, let's see if some of y'all hadn't seen this blanket. I worked because I wanted to give another run of this fire hook. I wanted to give it a trial run with something besides my cardigan that I'm working on. I wanted to, y'all seen that. It's very similar to the Furls hooks. It's that inline long shaft look, but I got it because it was turquoise, and it was very, very pretty, and I wanted to give it a fair shake and give it a trial run. And I've done that. It'll be gifted to someone. I couldn't get up any speed with it. It kept slowing me down. And I was like, no, I can't work with that. Speedy's got to have speed. And my tulip and my clovers give me that. But this is Will's blanket that will eventually get done. And so I did a little work on this. Not too much, just a little. But this is the corner to corner that I'm doing Will's blanket. They both, my boys, like green. So this is I forget the color of it, but this is Premier Basics. I think it's, I forget the color, green. And this is Line Brand 2 Pines, the Line Brand Basic Stitch, or whatever they call it. I forget. It's their anti-peeling yarn there. And then this is also Premier Basics in cream here. So I've just got 3 colors that I'm running. And I had it in another style of blanket, the kind you go back and forth, back and forth. And then I learned how to do corner to corner, and I was like, no, we're not doing this back and forth business. We're going to do corner to corner. So I frogged the other blanket and balled up all the yarn, and I said, well, now we're going to do it this way. So I'm working through the balls. And so whenever I feel like, messing with it, I'll pull it out and work on it. But I got all these paid for things that I need to be getting done, and then I'll hammer down and get John and Will's blankets done once I get my paid for projects done. They know that and they understand that. But I have it in my British flag Union Jack project bag. I bought this off of Amazon a long time ago. It wasn't very expensive. I like it though. definitely keeps the project clean and protected, because I'm just throwing it on the floor. Oh, goodness. And then there's another hat that I want to make that go in another box, and oh, goodness. But, yeah. It's been a good day, though. I can't complain. Except, I mean, you know, silly me, going, you know, riding to town, going off to Michael's. I have a tendency to, especially today when it was in the 70s today, and I could wear capris and a tank top. And by the way, this tank top fit me. Last time I wore it, I looked like a stuffed sausage. And today it fit me like it's supposed to fit me. So there's another non-scale victory. And, but it was warm today. And so I rode with the windows halfway down in the van and the music on max. And then I paid for it with my sinuses. I came in here and after I realized they were bothering me, and I took some sinus medicine. And but I was a little too late. I already just got the headache. But the headache is easing up some, finally. Hopefully it'll let me go before too long. I don't know why. But I just continually seem to be getting a headache after headache lately. But I've taken things. I've just the stuff that I normally take is is under the NSAID label. And NSAIDs are off limits once you've had gastric bypass, because it can cause issues, ulcers and bleeding and that such thing. So I don't know if that's if you take too much of it kind of situation or what. Honestly, I have prescription pain medicine that the doctor gave me that I've taken 2 of. I haven't been in a whole lot of pain since that really bad pain that I was having some weeks back finally subsided and went away. The really bad pain, once it finally went, it went all the way away. Thank God. Thank the good Lord for that. And finally, I can report that this last incision is finally filling in with a good scab, and you know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's scabbed over. No, scabbing is good. It's a sign of healing. And so it's filling in with a good scab. It doesn't have any smell to it. It's not red. It's just filling in with a good clean scab, and it's, you know, filling in good. It was the deepest incision I had too. So it was the one that was the deepest and the most of concern to me visually. But finally, it's starting. It's filling in, and it is you know, closing on its own now. So I'm really, really grateful for that. And it really wasn't like painful or anything. It was just really difficult to look at. And every time I'd, you know, go to the bathroom or get, you know, take a shower and everything, and then I'd look at it, it's like, ooh, would you please heal up? It was just really, you know, because it would make me feel very concerned. It was stressing me out. To be perfectly frank, it was stressing me out. So, anyway, just one of those things, right? But doing pretty good now. So can't complain. I still don't know who sent the Temu package. So I'm still at a loss on that, but it's okay. I'll figure it out. I'm not going to talk too much more. Let's see if my tea will let me have some. I got my pity mama cup. Oh yeah, that's righteous. And that's a phrase straight out of the 80s, in case you didn't know. That's something we would have said in the 80s, you know. Ooh, righteous. Sometimes you just can't. You could take the kid out of the 80s, but you can't take the 80s out of the kid. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm hoping that the peppermint that's in there will kind of get in my sinuses and kind of alleviate some of that and pressure and everything too, and work with my poor stomach. Oh, and I did find a place for my ornaments. I put the bird with the pine cone over there. I just, these little things on the end of my cubes are just enough that you can just kind of hang something on. And so I hung one right here, and then I hung the other one over there. So I can, you know, lay in my bed and look over and enjoy them. And then tomorrow I'm gonna move some stuff up here and put my little tree right there. I just didn't get to it today, but I'm gonna move some stuff right there and put my little tree there. I just didn't get to it today. I'll put it there for the next couple of weeks, and then when Christmas is over, the tree will go away. But the ornaments will stay for a little while anyway, because I like them. They may stay permanently because I just like them that much. They may stay till the weather warms up, because they look more just like winter decorations necessarily, you know, more so than they appear Christmassy, just like winter decoration. My excuse to keep them around because I love them so much. So, yeah, they're staying. I don't care who don't like it. It's my room. I'll leave them up as long as I want to. But the Christmas tree, it'll be up until Christmas is over, and then it will go back in the box. Anyway, but with the exception of this sinus and headache issue, I'm doing well. It seems, you know, it could be another pressure headache. I do get the barometric pressure headaches, and we're about to have another weather shift, going from extremely, you know, somewhat really warm, being like in the upper 70s today, back down into the lower 50s and 40s again tomorrow. So it's going like, you know, and that usually means a drastic shift in the barometric pressure. And this is headache time for me. So unfortunately, that's just how it is. And there's not a lot of relief to be had. And well, it's been that way for me since I was about 16 years old and had my first migraine. It just has. So it's something you can learn to live with. But I just try to cope as best I can. I've been working on the cardigan over here. I got started with the rows of the burnt pumpkin on this other part, and I had a little scrap ball left of the burnt pumpkin, you know, but I decided I didn't want to have to. I knew that wasn't going to get me 4 rows on this half. I was pretty sure that was not going to go 4 rows, so I said, well, let me go get another skein, because I don't want knots. I didn't want knots. I didn't want to have to tie in midway through or whatever, you know. I didn't want to have to tie in, so I just went ahead and grabbed me another skein. I figured I would use that. I'd probably use that scrap ball in somewhere else in the project, but I know I'll use it. I'll either use it, you know, somewhere else in the cardigan, or I'll use it in the hat that I'll make to match it. One of the two. So it'll get done. And I'll probably, after this video, put my show back on and get back to crocheting and try to get my mind off of this head and stomach issue. And and as we say here in Louisiana, better to laugh than cry. Crying don't get you nowhere, but laughing will get you through it. So I was really tickled to death that Amy and her family got that box today. I checked the tracking and it said delivered, and I was like, already? Because the estimated delivery was for Monday. So I was like, wow, go post office. Go postal system, yay! At least I don't have to worry about that with Eva's box, because I'm going there, hopefully, if everything goes right, next Sunday. So I don't have to worry about that. I'll be going to visit her and her husband, Johnny, next Sunday. So, yay. During the day, early in the day, though, because there's like 20-something miles of back roads to get to her place. and I don't like to drive those at night. So I'm going to try to go pretty early in the day, and that way I can leave while it's still daylight, because it starts getting dark here about half past 5 p.m. And so I want to leave there probably about 3 and make sure I get home okay. So me and Johnny will probably go pretty early. And I'll have to make sure there's no food in this room when I put the dogs in here. But will come home after, it will, the dogs will be fine. We'll make sure that they got food and water in here, and that they've been out before we go. It's not be their first time being in here while we go to visit her. So they're pretty well behaved for the most part. And I'll put some music on for them to listen to while we're gone. They like that. But anyway, I hope y'all have a good night. I don't have any other to report. Hopefully I'll have something good to talk about tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow's Sunday. So if you don't hear from me tomorrow, that just means I decided to take Sunday off. Sometimes I do that. And I'll just make it up to you on Monday. So I don't want to promise you a video tomorrow, because I don't know how I'm going to feel. If this headache don't go away, then I'll probably just try to lay around and get rid of it tomorrow. But I'll definitely see y'all Monday if I don't see you tomorrow. And please remember that I love you, and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all again soon. Bye now.